I'm not happy. I am not a happy chappy. This isn't an uncensored rant or anything. This is my Combiner Wars Vortex review. Or should I call him Decepticon fucking Alpha Bravo? He doesn't even have a different head sculpt. He's the exact same mould. It'll make comparisons quicker, that's for sure. But he doesn't even have a different head sculpt. Every other repaint, redeco, retool, remold, whatever, has had a different head sculpt. Except Vortex. The problem is, he doesn't have the wrong head sculpt. The head sculpt is very much Vortex. So the problem lies with this bastard. The aerial bot known as Alpha Bravo. Or do we call him Autobot Vortex? He was added to the aerial bot in the IDW Combiner Wars comic book series. He isn't an original G1 character. The final aerial bot would be, in that case, Slug Slinger. No, Quick Slinger, or Slingshot, or Nose Cone. So they were like, oh, well, we need a new aerial bot to go with Superior, and let's have a helicopter, that'll mix things up. That's cool. Yeah, what should we do? We'll make him exactly like Vortex. Yeah, that's a good idea, I guess. We've already got Blades who looks like Vortex, got the same body type. We'll just give him a different head now. Don't even fucking bother with that. Thing is, Alpha Bravo was wave one. Alpha Bravo came first in the toy line. They fucking basically took the Vortex mold from a couple waves later and repainted it and threw it out there as Alpha Bravo. Oh, I like the Alpha Bravo toy. It's nice. It's got a good colour scheme. It pops. It is bright and vibrant and articulate and all that good stuff. But he nicked Vortex's head before Vortex even got a chance to have a fucking head. Every other fucking Combiner Wars figure has every remold, every redeco, retool has a different head, except Vortex. And it's Vortex's own head. But Alpha Bravo came first in the toy line. So who's fucking stealing heads from the other? At least we've injected a bit of vigour back into this arse end of the Combiner Wars reviews. I'm Dezaras Prime. Let's just get on with it. Combiner Wars Vortex is a repaint. He is Alpha Bravo. Or Alpha Bravo is him. We are they. They are we. Head sculpt's nice. Stop looking at my head sculpt. Look at Vortex's head sculpt. Go on, bitch. It must be all the fucking garish colours. Because he is very... It's almost like he's already G2. With his fucking opal fruits colour scheme. And I still can't get this fucking thing to focus. Stop focusing on me. Focus on Vortex. See, I did my research. I looked up Vortex. Looked up that his head comes first. I know Vortex was original G1 and Alpha Bravo's retroactive G1. Just won't fucking focus, will it? This... I'm getting annoyed now. Seriously annoyed. He won't even focus from a distance. Stop focusing on my face, you fucking bastard. I'm going to decapitate myself just to do a fucking good review. You, get out the fucking way. You're not up till Titan's return. Piss off. Might as well be a fucking angry rant. Seriously, fucking stop focusing on me. This is shit. So usually you bring them back a little bit and it gets them back into focus. But this is just blurred as bastards. I fucking blame you, little bitch. This was all your fault. It was all going so well, wasn't it? Let's shift the camera around because I knocked fucking my camera. Let's shift over this way a little bit more. It was all going well, and then I fucking decided, and it was getting to that point where it was all same old, and it was getting repetitive, and then I fucking come to Vortex, and I find out that he's doesn't even have a different head sculpt. He shouldn't even have a different head sculpt. Alpha Bravo should have had a different head sculpt from the start, and now Vortex won't fucking focus. So, let's try again. Come on. No? You fucking cunt. You look like you walked out of fucking... No. Come on, calm your titties. Ugh. Oh, do you know what? Fuck this. Points of articulation. Head goes round. Arms go round. Out. Elbow swivel, no upper bicep swivel, obligatory waist swivel. Legs go forwards, backwards, they go out. Knee bends, bit of foot movement, mainly for transformation. Let's get to the comparison. Right, so that was my plan. Get through the points of articulation, get to this area where the camera seems to focus on them better because it doesn't have me in the background. This is Vortex. Like I said, the head sculpt is exactly the same as Alpha Bravo. But it's a good head sculpt. It's a Vortex head sculpt, don't get me wrong. It's fucking Vortex. He shouldn't have it. They should have given him a different head sculpt. That was just fucking lazy. Oh, well, we need a new area, but let's just fucking repaint Vortex and not even try anything new. Right, Blades. Nice to see you. With your different head, you angry fucking protector bot. It's pretty much wearing my face right now. Fucking Blades has fucking got my head sculpt. Yeah, now we're finally in focus. Let's take a look at him. He's very fucking taste the rainbow, isn't he? That green, purple, grey, red, yellow, black. Bit much. I mean, he's not Fall of Cybertron fucking bit much, but it's just, I think Fall of Cybertron was only red and purple actually. But they've crammed too many colours in here, I think. He's an attack chopper. So there's nothing stealthy about this guy. I mean, I moaned at fucking, I didn't moan, but I'm agitated, you could tell by the tone of my voice. I can tell. Blastoff, he was a lot of brown. Brawl's a lot of the same colour. Swindle was a lot of the same colour. But they are fucking Combaticons. They, you know, it makes sense for, you know, soldiers to wear a lot of dark colours so they can blend into the surroundings better. What the fuck's he gonna blend into? Fucking bag of Skittles? What's he gonna do? Fucking the Combaticons, the war on sweets? No. I mean, it's not a bad colour scheme, it's just not a fucking Combaticon colour scheme to me. When I was looking up the pictures, just to make sure I was right about fucking Vortex having the right head, even though it comes a few waves later, I checked his colour scheme and that was like pretty much brown and grey. I get maybe they wanted to break up the colours a little bit, but there's breaking up the colours a little bit, and then there's breaking a fucking rainbow and twatting him across the face with it. Or across the tits with it. So yeah, yellow forearms, and the green upper biceps, the purple tits with the pink green boxers and the red and yellow fucking six-pack with the purple hips and then grey plastic everywhere else. Black detailing on the feet. Moulding, there is none. I can't even say obligatory head sculpt at this point because it's the same as Alpha Bravo. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Bit of purple there, which probably goes into his chopper mode. I've got a feeling the chopper mode is going to seriously benefit from a lack of colour. Unlike other fucking, like, Blastoff, who somewhat suffered from a lack of colour, because he came across as bland. But yeah, even the fucking stripes are even the same. Jesus Christ, they couldn't have done anything more original with Alpha Bravo. Giving him different decor. Or fucking different head sculpt. It had to be beat for beat Vortex. Bar the Autobot symbol. And a different colour scheme. Blades, let's compare him with Blades quickly. Because at least Blades is different. Get out of the way. Obviously Blades has a different head sculpt. But from what if I can remember, the rest of the moulding is identical. Yup. But at least Blades has a different head sculpt. They didn't just redo Vortex or Alpha Bravo 100%ly like they did with I shouldn't be so mad at Alpha Bravo, should I? I should be mad at fucking Hasbro and IDW for not making Alpha Bravo different enough to Vortex. I mean, yeah, he looks good. But he just is Autobot Vortex. In my mind, I'm thinking Autobortex. I can't even be asked to say that. It's just fucking why? You could have done at least given him a different head sculpt. Or not put the paint in exactly the same places. I'm going to get Vortex to his chopper mode. We'll see how that looks. Okay, my titties are a little calmer now. A little. Vortex's chopper mode. I said he looked garish as fuck. And not very discreet and not very stealthy. Luckily his chopper mode mostly hides that because you've got the bits of green and the yellow missiles. And you've got the purple stripe that goes down there and the green on the rotator bar handle. But a lot of grey and black, and like I said, I feel the more subtle colour palette here, the more dominant grey helps the figure because it stops him being fucking too sexy for a shirt or whatever. Fucking hell. It's an improvement. And yeah, it definitely looks more menacing as a chopper. I mean, if they'd done it like fucking a darker camo green, I mean, the green isn't that bright. The green's fine. I'm happy with the green. If the yellow were more like Swindle's yellow, fair enough. If the red were like, fucking, what's his face? Dead Ends. Burgundy. That would be fine. Mute the colours a little bit. Don't have them bright like that. He looks like he's going to shoot you with bananas. But all in all, the in terms of colour, the vehicle mode definitely looks more Combaticon than the robot mode. I mean, it's like the robot mode is like fucking, and I don't mean this in a derogatory sense at all, it's like fucking Pride Vortex or even Pride Alpha Bravo. It's like gone to a Pride march or something like that. Don't mean that in a derogatory way. It's just, you know, rainbow colours and all that shit. Nothing against LGBTQs. Nothing but respect for them. They go through a lot, they live their lives, they go through a lot of struggles, and they still find a way to be happy. But it's kind of, he's got like all those bright colours that you would see at like a pride parade or something like that. That's what I was going for. Yeah. Let's compare him with fucking his Autobot twin and Blades. Not pissed off, I can't remember names at the minute. Okay, so we covered the differences between Blades and Alpha Bravo previously. We'll briefly go over the differences. There's no moulding differences between any of these in their vehicle mode, which is fine. They're all helicopters. They're all supposed to look like helicopters. Doesn't matter if helicopters look like each other. Oh, I fucking forgot Alpha Bravo's fucking fin there. Yeah. Difference in the paint, obviously. You've got the grey and the silver with Blades and the grey Blades. And the white little rescue symbol on there. And the white stripe that goes across. And then the black cockpit detailing and stuff like that. Vortex has the banana missiles and the green shoulders. Not a lot going on here. He has the same detailing, paint detail on the cockpit and nose as Alpha Bravo. Blades doesn't have the black nose. It is just red around there. Let's bring in Alpha Bravo, shall we? Because this is... the fucking stripes behind the guns down the side are identical. Just a different colour. Cockpit and nose is identical. Even these fins at the back, the design, I believe Bravo's is straighter and the Autobot symbol sits in there fully, whereas with Vortex it seems more angled and the Decepticon symbol hangs down a little bit, kind of drops down. But other than that, it's fucking identical. They couldn't be asked to change the head sculpt. They didn't re-sculpt the body, that's fine. but they couldn't be asked to change the head sculpt. They couldn't even be asked to give him a different paint job in fucking vehicle mode. With the exception of the fucking fins at the back. Everything has the same design. And the worst thing is, it's fucking Vortex's head sculpt. It's like they weren't even trying with Alpha Bros. Oh, let's just take Vortex, paint him up brightly. If this was wrestling terms, it's like Vortex turns face and joins the Autobots for Survivor Series. Or fucking Alpha Bravo turns heel and joins the Decepticons for Survivor Series. Or if it were me, it'd be like, oh, Mike, yeah. Oh, I like church now. I'm Michael. Do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Saviour? No. Seriously, I'm one about this. I'm probably more angry about this than anybody else. Or if I'm not, then I'm expressing it more. And it's just... At least it ain't boring, eh? Let's get to limbs before I fucking... Yeah, limbs. Vortex is a leg. It's just a grey leg with a bit of green and yellow down the side that I don't hate as much as I thought I would, because at least it breaks up all the grey. In chopper mode, you need it to be as fucking muted as possible, given all that shit. But with this, you know, it's fine, I guess. I don't hate it. I think my Vortex was a leg originally anyway, so yeah, it's fine. Don't know. Might actually put him as an arm. Well, I'm going to put him as an arm for the review anyway, for the review section. But I mean, when I combine him to Bruticus, because I currently had Brawl and Vortex as the legs, and Swindle and Blast Off as the arms, just to mix things up a bit. But I might go with Brawl and Swindle as the legs, because they're the two bulkier ones, so they'll probably work better as legs, or have them as the arms and really beef up Bruticus top wise. Anyway, yeah, Vortex's leg, it's fine. It's the same as Blades, it's the same as fucking Autobot Vortex, Alpha Bravo. Let's get to the arm. His arm mode isn't too bad, I guess. All that vibrancy tends to circulate around the shoulder area, the green and the yellow, most of the purple. A little bit of red on the inside you can see there, and the green panties that he's wearing. But yeah, it's decent enough. Again, not a lot to really report on here. It's the same as Alpha Bravo. It's the same, exactly the same as Alpha Bravo, except for colour, and the same as Blades. So yeah, not really much to say there. That's Vortex. There's an arm. It's okay. Doesn't set the world on fire, but does its job. So that wraps up my review of Combiner Wars Vortex. It has been an experience, people. Trust me, this wasn't for show either. It's just trying to wrap my head around the whole thing, and then the camera not focusing properly. It just fucking all just piled on. I've been up a good few hours now. I've been doing this all day, all morning, since stupid o'clock, maybe 1, 2 in the morning. But yeah, it's... everything just seemed to go wrong at once in that. The camera wouldn't focus. I'm dealing with the frustrations of the Alpha Bravo fucking Vortex issue, and that was getting on my tits. The camera was getting on my tits. It was just... it'll make for an entertaining review, I guess, but if not, sorry. Brawl's next, then it's Onslaught, Bruticus, and then we're done with Scramblers. Fucking done with Scramblers. So, probably do my top 10, 15, 20, whichever one I decide on, before I recombine them all. Got the tip bots to do as well, so I'll get them done. I've been Mike, Dezaras Prime. I'm going to go calm my titties for a bit. You shall see me next time, hopefully in a calmer mood. Adidas amigos.